This month, we're sharing testimonies from our listeners and some of our previous guests. Testimonies of God's direction, miraculous moments on set, examples of God taking what was offered and multiplying it in ways that were never imagined. Here's one of those testimonies.
This is the Faith and Family Filmmakers Podcast, helping filmmakers who share a Christian worldview stay in touch, informed, and inspired. Quiet on set. Rolling.
I'm Donna Gafford, and I was blessed to be on season 4 of Vindication. And I have got a great story about how God took care of me on a set when I couldn't take care of myself. I was hired for a job in Atlanta. I wasn't going to really make any money, but it was a great role. It was an herbalist, something that I kind of am naturally. I showed up for my scenes. The crew had been at it for a while, so we were the last day. I was the last scenes to go, and you know how that is. I was just paying attention to what was going on, and people were talking about magic and kind of different things. And I thought, what is going on? Because I don't remember any of that in the script. And I got to set, and the woman who owned the house ran up. She said, "Oh, you're the witch." And I was very taken aback, and I said, "No, I'm not a witch. I'm an herbalist." She said, "Okay, whatever. Can I have your picture?" So I went inside and met everyone, and the props people started talking, before I'm actually due on set, about all the witch and Wiccan related things that they had found. Tarot cards, Bibles, candles, just real things from real witches. And these people had been part of that, actually. And they brought them to set. And I just kind of froze, because my pact with God is I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to be involved in any sets like that, any films like that. I would have refused it. So it was changed from what I agreed to this. So I just sat there thinking, am I going to talk to the director? Who do I talk to about this? Because I mean, here I am, here we are in this place. So I went back. They told me, come look at the set. I went and looked, and it's got, a witch Bible, tarot cards, all these kind of candles. And I was so unhappy and so uneased. And I just thought, Lord, you just got to take care of this, because I got nothing. I got nothing to do here. So we started filming, went back in and sat down, and I had to get up during the scene. So my knees hit the table. It's a little precarious. And they were lighting candles, and they were standing tall candles, and I kind of turned around. I said, I don't think you can do that, because I'm hitting the table. And about that time, the floor literally fell out from under my feet. The wall caved in. Everything, the cabinets, everything that was in this tiny little room just fell to the middle of the floor. I bolted out, and after the dust was kind of settled, we kind of saw who got hurt and got bumped. We had people that were bruised up a little bit, but I went outside, and people were, crying and so upset. And these 2 young girls who were taking care of all the props were just kind of hysterical, because all that real stuff for all their witch friends was absolutely destroyed. And I just realized, wow, God, you took care of it. You literally took care of it for me. I was just wiped out. And it's such a incredible story of how God just deals with things in our favor. Especially, it was a commitment between he and I about my work. And I did not agree to this and just didn't see a way out. And he just took care of it. It was probably within an hour. They got everything kind of taken care of and all the people situated, and another room set up. The new room they had set up was absolutely beautiful. It had soft lights and just a very, very different set as opposed to the one previously. So what I know is that God gets you out of anything, and I'm very grateful for that. And he took care of his part. of our commitment of me not being involved in a story like that. So I haven't really said this story out loud because I don't want the, I don't want a production company think, oh, Lord, we're bringing, Jesus voodoo or whatever. We're going to get a Scepter story. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thanks for listening to the Faith and Family Filmmakers Podcast. If you've been enjoying this podcast, take a moment to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast player so you don't miss an episode. And if you'd like to support the production of this podcast, you can leave a tip at faffpodcast.com/support. Bringing filmmakers together for faith and family.